Oh, also.
Welcome to Prayers for Humanity, everyone, a monthly sisters gathering. It's so good to have you join us. Some of you are joining us again, and I see some new faces, of course. Can you please say hello in the chat box? Please introduce yourself to each other, say your first name, where you're calling from, and what led you here. Yes, we would like to see your names in the chat box. Mhm. Very nice. Okay. We'll co-create a ritual today and blessing to dissolve the illusion of separation and embrace our oneness. And as we do this, we'll be able to share this energy of awakening with our family all over the world. And we will support the planet as we experience this evolutionary transition all over the world. And I see, yes, hello, Jessica saying hi, and Sibel says, so happy to be here, fullness of joy. And Jane says, she's from Atlanta. And we have another Dawn joining us from North Carolina. Lori says from Florida, and so happy to send prayers to all. Of course, yes, this is why we are gathering. Mary Lou is from Richmond, VA. Yes, we have people coming from different parts of the world. Different time zones. Myra says hello. Here, Myra calling in from Mexico. Welcome, everyone. Chris from London, UK, joining following Return of the Priestess. Very nice. Kathy from Minnesota is also showing up today. Thank you so much for taking the time in your busy life to show up to support each other and the planet by lending your energy to tip the balance and bring more divine light to the world. It's such a joy to have you join us on Prayers for Humanity. And I'd like to share a little bit about us for some who are new to our community. I am Korianka, your host tonight. And before I tell you more about myself, I'd like to introduce my priestess, soul sister, and co-creator of Prayers for Humanity, Dawn DelVecchio. Dawn is a sister priestess who I appreciate and love so much. She's the founder of Return of the Priestess speaker series and community. She is an Amazon bestseller author, and she has a deep connection with the divine feminine and the goddess, and has under her belt powerful tools for healing, such as astrology, tarot, neurolinguistics programming. Dawn supports women in healing, clearing, and actualizing their sacred leadership potential. Dawn, thank you for your presence.
Corey, thank you. This is so lovely to be here. This is our third gathering, and this really began with your desire when we talked about the world and everything that's going on, and you said, let's do prayer circles. So thank you again for that, and for your work in the world with women.
It's my pleasure, and it's such an awesome thing that we get to co-create together, not only you and me, but you and me and our sisters here present, everyone who is also going to be watching the recording later on.
Yes.
Dawn and I will be taking turns every month to host and co-host Prayers for Humanity. And now I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Corianca Cornejo. I am an Incan high priestess, medicine woman, and transformational guide for awakened women who want to step into their sacred destiny and live authentically in their divine essence. I bring forth my Incan ancestral legacy to midwife the rebirthing of a bright new life of purpose for women, and I assist priestesses, medicine women, and creatives embody leadership through high ceremony based upon traditional Incan and Amazonian medicine, both through online and also in-person retreats and programs. I am so excited. Today's topic is really dear to my heart. It's very important that we speak today and we get to co-create an energy movement here in the right direction when it comes to energy, the energy of unity consciousness. We chose to incarnate at a very powerful time, the Great Awakening that the Inca and Quero people prophesied is happening today all over the world since around 2012, when a cycle of the Mayan calendar ended. The Great Awakening will continue developing in the next few years. We as a planetary family are facing new challenges, restrictions, pressure to comply with new rules, and division. Everyone has their own opinion about whether the new rules, restrictions, and healthcare measures taken by the governments and health authorities are beneficial or not for ourselves and our families, which is very human to have our own opinions. However, the ego mind has taken over, and many people are judging harshly their families, family members, friends, neighbors for their views, for being in agreement or not with the current and ever changing rules, restrictions, and healthcare measures. That's why we, the women who were born to be the leaders of the divine light, need to step into our role as leaders, as powerful priestesses, to be the conduits for unity consciousness, to land in the minds and hearts of the ones ready to embrace and live their lives from that space of unity consciousness. Having said that, I'd love to invite Dawn to offer cleansing and protection for our circle before we start. So
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful introduction. Okay, so let's really bring our energies from the head to the heart and prepare for this ceremony by invoking our own guides, angels, master teachers in the non-physical, and our own sacred heart energies to come to the fore at this time and to emanate light that surrounds us all in a bubble of light. So let's start with a few breaths just to ground and center that. And then I'll guide us through a very, very short, just a few moments to visualize this and to intend this. So breathing into the heart space, as you receive that breath, imagine for a moment that you are actually pulling light into the body. So you're pulling light in as you breathe in. And as you exhale, extend that light outward so that it encompasses your body right now. It encompasses your body and your energy bodies. And then inhale again. And as you exhale, let that light encompass the room you're in. You're expanding this bubble of light with each exhalation. Inhaling to draw in that light. Exhaling to surround and encompass the building you're in. Inhaling. Exhaling to expand the city or town you live in. Inhaling and exhaling now to really extend that light all the way out until you can feel it touching the edges of the sisters in this circle, their bubbles. We're extending and surrounding the entire earth with bubbles of light. Feeling the strength of our light coming together in service to humanity, in service to Mother Earth. Creating a protective field of high frequency love light that connects us all through the heart, connects us with Mother Earth, connects us with the divine, and connects us with each other. Calling in now your guides, angels, master teachers in the non-physical, any of the energies, animal allies that you may work with to support this bubble of light surrounding the earth. We claim and proclaim the light of love, cleansing and protecting our work here. Thank you. Taking a breath. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And Koryanka, I just want to ask you to mute everyone because I can see there's some people who are not muted and they're There's a lot of noise.
Okay, I ended up muting you too. Okay, well, um, thank you so much, Dawn. Now we're ready to dive right in. Becoming the conduit for unity consciousness is kind of a big deal. Yes. And I know that you are here with us today because your soul wants to go deeper into unity consciousness and wants to support our brothers and sisters to also embrace this new reality. We have been socialized to think in terms of I, as in I, the individual, with my needs, my wants, and my opinions, and we, as in I and someone else, or I and a group of people with the same needs, wants, and opinions, or we in disagreement. This narrative of I and we is from which we and our society operate. However, the I and we narrative contributes to the ego based creation of division and judgment. That's why I want to bring to your awareness something we don't usually talk about, the concept of I, meaning I, an expression of divine spirit, the divine energy force, manifesting herself, himself as me, being channeled through me, through everything I do, through everything I am. Yes, let's sink that in for a moment. And we, meaning we, the collective expression of divine spirit, the divine energy force, manifesting himself, herself in beautiful, unique ways as each one of us, being channeled through us, through everything we do, through everything we are, through everything we say. And in that awareness of I, divine spirit, and we, divine spirit, anchored in the reality that we humans, animals, plants, living beings, and Pachamama are all truly one divine essence that incarnated to fulfill her destiny to be herself. Well, you might say, but Koreanka people are sometimes so mean. They don't act in good faith. They can be all about the ego and not care about anybody else but themselves. When we observe or experience the ego speaking or acting through people, please understand that our society, for hundreds of years, led by a few people moved by darkness, has created systems to systematically disconnect us from our one divine spirit essence. And at the same time, the same systems have encouraged the ego mind to act up whenever triggered, and even have pushed the ego mind to be in charge of some people's lives. So as women, we have awakened, right? And we're working towards bringing more light to this world. We need to understand this and forgive with all our hearts our brothers and sisters who are younger in their process of awakening and in reconnecting with the one divine spirit essence that lives in them, in every one of us. Don, I'd love for you to share some words of wisdom that you might have about unity consciousness.
There, I had to unmute. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So beautiful what you've shared here, Corey. One divine consciousness. This is the paradox of our experience in form, our bodies as a representation of a belief in separation. And so even as Corey speaks of, forces ruled by darkness who have very carefully and strategically over a long period of time manipulated or rigged the system, let's say, such that we find ourselves at each other's throats at times, and our egos creating a great deal of misery for individuals, families, collectives, communities, etc. So, but at the highest level of reality, we could say beyond this 3D realm, We are all one family. We are all one indeed with the divine, with that divine consciousness. And this is a reflective universe, which means even the bad guys, I like to call them the bad guys, it kind of diminishes their power a little bit in my mind anyway. Even the bad guys are an out projection of our denied shadow material. And that's really hard for the ego mind and the mind within this, our physical body to fully grasp. But I think, we're dealing with a community here of pretty advanced awareness women, to understand that even as we may engage, as we will this evening, someone or someones with whom we have grievance, there is at a higher level of order, they are actually one with us. Or we could also say they are within our hologram showing up to show us where we have forgiveness work to do, where we are out of alignment with love. So there's so much I can say on this topic, but I hope that touches on a few things, Corey, that just fleshes out a little of what kind of counterbalance some of what you shared.
Yes, beautiful. It's so awesome. I love this kind of co-creation. This is why we are here. We get to bring together our own views and what we understand about this so important topic. So I want to bring something to your attention, which when I was thinking about unity consciousness, this is what came to me. Uh, that, you know what, it's so easy to come in touch with our oneness when we love each other and enjoy each other's company, right? That's easy. You love your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your best friends. It's easy to go into unity consciousness when it comes to people like that we love. That's why I want to give you a challenge today, because I am very mindful that we are a very beautiful group of women with a mission to bring the divine light, and that you're already on your path. And so, yes, a challenge for you today. And this is a good one. And I hope that you love it and take the challenge and go with it. I want you to think of someone you are ready to forgive. Someone you think as the other person who did you wrong, was judgmental of you, or who you think of as the other person, that person who you are judging for their different point of view or actions that you don't approve of. So yes, I hope this gives you some ideas and you start to feel into who is this person. I'm going to give you a few seconds, let's say 30 seconds, so that you really find that person. And we're going to be doing this beautiful, beautiful soul journey to forgive them and more. All right, so time is up, and yes, okay, wonderful. So people are finding the one person they're ready to forgive. Very good. Now I want to invite you to go into forgiveness and healing the separation with that person. So let me guide you through that. It's a soul journey. It might be easier for many of you to close your eyes to really connect with that person so that you can see their face, you can be there with this person. So if it feels good to you, please close your eyes and take a nice, deep, relaxing breath. Yes. And now I want to invite you to be that soul kind of watching from up above the scene. You are there, so you are the witness of the scene that took place. You were there with this person, something happened, right? There was some kind of triggering moment, some exchange that didn't feel good to you, that left you feeling resentment, anger, whatever it was. So you can have a few seconds to kind of like come in touch with that moment, okay? And yes, it's okay to feel your feelings. And now let yourself come as the woman you are today, and allow the old you, the one who experienced that moment in time with that person, allow yourself to kind of like be frozen right there, like allow yourself to just be present. But the woman you are today, let her go and stand in front of that person. See that person right in front of you. And now get ready for this. This is your time to let your light shine. This is a time for forgiveness. Look into his or her eyes and repeat 3 times. And you can say this out loud or in your heart. 3 times. We're doing this together. And please don't unmute yourself and say this out loud with me, since we cannot have everyone do it together out loud. Okay, so here we go. I understand you.
I understand you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
And I am at peace with you from now on.
And I am at peace with you from now on.
We're gonna do this again. So if this didn't feel true to you, we have one more opportunity to go deeper. I understand you.
I understand you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
And I am at peace with you from now on.
And I am at peace with you from now on.
One more time. Do this with all your heart. Let go, let go, let go. Here we go. I understand you.
I understand you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
And I am at peace with you from now on.
And I am at peace with you from now on.
Nice deep breath, letting go of that heavy energy you were holding on to. Just let it go. Let it go. When you feel complete, you can give him or her a hug. Just give a hug from your heart. Notice how the 3D body, yours and this person's body, becomes translucent, ethereal. And allow yourself to merge into each other as pure, warm, golden, divine light, who you both truly are. Stay there for a moment. Feel this moment. Stay there. Surrender to the experience peacefully. And allow yourself to experience oneness. This is what it feels like to be one. Now you can take another nice deep breath and allow yourself to come back to your body. You can move your body, your hands, your legs gently, just so that you come back slowly and open up your eyes when you feel ready. And when you feel that is the time for, please share in the chat your experience of forgiveness and oneness. Yes, we would like to hear from you. And while our sisters are writing in the chat box, Dawn, would you like to tell us any insights that you had during the soul journey?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the person for me is a family member who several years ago now really did a whole like 2-hour kind of tirade by text. And it's a close family member, and it was shocking. And understanding now that this was the trigger to get me on my own shadow work healing journey at a deeper level, and it brought me to the Course in Miracles and my forgiveness practice and a deeper understanding of unity consciousness, that this person is actually a character in my hologram, just I'm a character in their hologram. And his role was to show me where I had things buried that needed to be forgiven in myself. So this really is timely for me. The feeling of merging, I've been very resistant to any kind of energy like that. As much as I've intellectually forgiven, I understand he's a character in my play, blah, 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 all the stuff in the mind, but to be able to surrender so gently and allow that golden light to just bring us together in a way that brought another level of peace to me, because I know at the ultimate level of reality, we are one. We really are one. And even at the layers beyond that or below that or whatever, we agreed to this dance to help each other wake up, if you will. So the timing was excellent for me. I did feel a little resistance, but not nearly like I have in the past, to that merging, to that sense of like, this is not a boundary violation, because this is forgiveness and liberation for me, for me.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. So beautifully said, Dawn. It's true that for really pretty much every human being, there will be some level of resistance to doing this. But again, the key here is that it was not about a loss of our boundaries, but a merging of divine essence with divine essence, which is just one. So everything else was left behind, all of the ego stuff and heavy energy and whatever, like all of that had to be stripped away from, and it was a merging of divine light. And I see in the chat that Lori says that for her it was powerful and freeing. Ninette says that it felt inner peace, like inner peace inside. Suzanne says, peace, joy. I was guided to this forgiveness today, right on time. Yes, awesome. C. Bell says, I so enjoy forgiveness work. It is the greatest joy in the side of forgiveness. Thank you for this loving guidance. I felt that I touched an even deeper level of forgiveness. And Mary Lou says, my brother-in-law who didn't let me know my sister had died until 10 hours lives in another state. Kathy, mine is an internet scammer who got money, but he needs to feed his family, earn a living, and pay for a home. I have had so much anger towards being deceived by this person. May he be blessed. Yes, that's very important. At the end of the day, you're blessing his soul. You're blessing a human being who, despite any darkness in his life, in his being, there is deep inside this divine essence, and everyone deserves another chance. Everyone deserves another chance until the day they die. They keep on having a chance to be a new person, to decide to be in the light. Chris says, was thinking of a colleague, a friend, and letting go of what I expected from them and seeing them for who they are at that point in life. Yes, yes, very powerful. Thank you, everyone. You have done great work. And now that we have remembered what it is like to be in this unity state and have gone through the step of forgiveness, which is so important to be able to get to that point. We are ready to share the energy of unity consciousness with the world and assist their awakening to being one with everyone and everything. So, okay, we're going to do this together. If you are an energy worker and work with an energy work modality, please use your modality, as we are going to transmit the energy of unity consciousness to the people of the world. Now, if you don't practice energy work, no problem. I will walk you through it. It's meant to be easy and very intuitive. What is most important is holding the clear intention of sharing unity consciousness with our brothers and sisters with love in our hearts. That's key, love in our hearts. We'll start by saying a prayer with palms up in the receiving position like this. Divine Spirit of love and light, beloved sisters, beloved spirit guides and ancestors, I invite your presence at this time and ask that you bless this unity consciousness energy transmission for the world. May you open up the path for this transmission to reach the hearts and minds of our brothers and sisters of the world. And may it be healing, good for them, and may this transmission support their awakening process and growth as beings of light. And may the ones who are ready to awaken to unity consciousness receive this transmission as a catalyst for their full awakening. And may this transmission catalyze our full awakening to unity consciousness as well. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Okay, so here is what we're gonna do. There will be background music playing while we send the energy transmission of unity. You will have 4 minutes and 44 seconds as well for the transmission. That's how long the song will last. And as I said earlier, use your energy work modality if you practice one to send energy of unity consciousness, awakening energy. Everyone, visualize the divine light entering through your body, through the crown of your head, going all the way to your toes, and visualize the life-giving light energy of Pachamama entering through the sole of your feet, going all the way to the crown of your head, so your body is receiving both lights from up above and from Mother Earth below. When you feel ready, start channeling unity consciousness for the world. You can send it from your heart to your hands and from the palms of your hands to the world like this. So you can just place your hands, yes, like that. And you will send this beautiful, loving energy of unity to every person, every community, every continent. See their faces, see the people as you do this. You might want to close your eyes to channel the energy and visualize with more ease. right. We are wrapping up. Oh, wow. You can now gently come back, move your body slowly,
Mm.
and open up your eyes if you're still with your eyes closed. What was your experience like channeling unity consciousness, awakening energy? Let us know in the chat. By transmitting unity consciousness to the world, you have helped bring more divine light to the life of so many people. Thank you, everyone, for doing this together. Mm.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful. I started getting some Kundalini activation after a little bit, after sort of settling into the energies and really noticing it rising up more when it was coming up from the earth energies.
Wow, that is, yes, it's a beautiful thing to share, Dawn.
Yeah.
And I also can share that I could feel the energy strongly moving through me. Like I could really sense it as a sensation on my hands. And there was a lot of activity inside of me, and I could see the faces of people as well. Some people I knew. It's almost as if I had gone back in time and walked around, places I used to live, Vancouver, Alberta, Canada. I visited someone I know in Australia. I went to the Middle East. I went to some different places. I saw many people. I have
Wow.
shared here, somebody's sharing. Suzanne says, I became a colorful crystal and I shared light, love to everyone.
Mm,
Beautiful.
nice.
Yes, we would like to see any other shares. It would be awesome. Of course, every experience is very unique. Myra says, feeling deep inner peace and so many sparkles of light.
Mm.
Yes, the energy was moving. It was moving. And that's the beauty of getting together and having this clear intention together and doing this as one.
Mm.
Mary Lou says, totally embrace. Lori says, I send healing to each continent for unity, love. Mhm.
Lovely.
And beautiful icons of sparkles and eyes full of love. Yes, very nice.
I really saw it as like these translucent waves that were like rolling out and getting bigger across the earth. Like almost like, when you blow bubbles, like you can see the bubble, but it's also clear and see through. They were like that.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, you can feel the energy, you can see the energy. It's just a beautiful experience all around. And one thing I also did that I didn't think I could do, it just came at that moment on the spot, is I went to some jails to visit people that I don't know, like in different places. Um, yeah, so I
Wow.
still needed there the light of unity. Hmm. We have another comment. Inkala says, thank you for the beautiful healing. You're so very welcome. And I have to also say thank you to you for showing up, for each one of you, to taking time to do this, to really care about
Yes.
sharing this moment and sending the light together.
Yes. And I see another comment here from C Bell. I felt strong energies across the globe, solar system, and multiverse. I felt it strongly in body, especially in my hands. Yeah, it is so unique. And I also want to share Koryanka's gratitude for each of you for taking the time out of your Friday evening. For most of us, I think it's probably Friday evening to do this sacred work. It really will have an impact, and also comes right back to us in that unity understanding that as we transmit that healing energy, we actually are transmitting it also through and to ourselves.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. I totally second that. Awesome. Oh, well done. We have one more comment. We have Pat saying, thank you for all sharing this wonderful moment of healing light to all.
Yes.
Hmm. it feels good, right? When we do move the energy of light and we share it with the world, of course it feels good. We're working with divine light. Carrie says vibrational energies throughout my whole body. I still have some lingering in my arms and back, feel soothing and healing. Yes, it feels good. I think that after this, everyone needs to go out there and do a happy dance or something. Like we need to celebrate how, because we have done really awesome work. Very, very good. So, Dawn, would you like to let everyone know when our next prayers for humanity will be?
Yes, yes. Our next one, and I will be facilitating it. It's on Friday, December 17th. So not too close to the holidays, but close enough. It's also the day before a full moon. So we'll have that energy to work with as well. It'll be a little bit earlier. So 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be sending out, and Corey will be sending out emails for you to register for that. And our theme will be, where is it? Winter solstice and the return of the light. So winter solstice is a few days later. So we have our gathering and then a full moon. And then on the 21st is the solstice. And that's the shortest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. We may have some people from Southern Hemisphere here, but it's the day when the days start to get longer, and it's the return of the light. So our theme will be around really focusing on pivoting away from the challenge of a collapsing old system on the planet and focusing toward the light of the new vision that we want to co-create.
Awesome. I'm so looking forward to that one, Dawn. Any final words, Dawn, as we are closing this circle? And would you please guide us also on a closing prayer?
Yes. Okay. So, yes, we have here Yara from Australia. So, Yara, for you, it will be the summer solstice and the beginning of the days getting shorter and the nights getting longer. Julie says, thank you all for sharing the light, the new vision, the awareness of unity. Indeed. Yes. Okay. So let us now again join our hearts, join our intentions to acknowledge that this is sacred work. It may be as seeming invisible, but all of us sense it in our bodies. So in a sense, it is more, we can sense it more than even like TV waves or Wi-Fi waves, which are also invisible and yet allow us to come together and to see and experience the world. And so we know that energy is everything, and that by our intention and our attention to the energy that we share, we make a powerful impact upon the planet. These are times of great and profound change and transformation. As Corey said at the beginning, we came for these times. In fact, it is likely that we have prepared lifetimes to be able to be right here, right now, holding the field of light as priestesses, starseeds, and light workers to offer love into the field in a place seeped in great darkness, confusion, and fear. And so I wish a blessing upon each of you here and all those you love, that the love that you have shared, the light that you have shared today, come back to you threefold, and even 3 times 3, to be boons and blessings upon your life, that you have the power and the strength, the compassion and the mercy to continue to extend this light to all of life. We recognize our unity, consciousness, and connection, and we also allow the energies we've called in to be released at this time to complete this gathering in this time space. And so it is complete. Blessed be, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, everyone. Ah, what a beautiful group of sisters. Well, we'll see you on our next one. And if you would like to go back to some of this and revisit it or share it with anyone, well, we're going to be sending the recording in an email, and you will be able to go back to this. Well, much love to everyone. Big
Mwah.
hugs and love from Peru. And Dawn, where you're located, you're sending us love from
New Mexico at the moment.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mwah. Much love, everyone. Thank you.
thank you.
Mm.